So I think one of the biggest dangers of the human experience, it's this psychological trap we fall into. I'm pretty sure there's a real word for this. I call it the illusion of neutrality. And it's this idea that doing nothing, being neutral, results in like a neutral outcome. And a simple example could be like with physical fitness. So you think, oh, like I'm good. Like if I'm not doing anything bad. Like if I'm not like a chronic smoker or anything like that, like I'm okay. I'm not doing the bad stuff. So then my neutral existence will result in a neutral outcome. When really you have to like push and do a bunch of extra stuff just to get the neutral outcome, just to maintain neutrality, right? And so it's an illusion that I think we fall into. I fall into it all the time. I try not to, but I definitely fall into it. I don't know how it looks like for you, but for me, it looks like I just take too long to execute on goals. Like I can be very slow sometimes, and I think it has a lot to do with sometimes it's fear based, and but then sometimes it's just like I'm trying to do too much, and I'm like instead of trying to do these four things, just focus on one, maybe two, right? A bunch of reasons, but for me, it shows up in like my goals. I think most of the things I've set out to do in life, I've done, and then when I got to the finish line and I looked back, I was like, dang, I could have done that in like a fraction of the time. Like, why was I so slow? Why did it take me so long to do that? That's actually my 2026 goal is to get better at that. That's my only goal for this year is to just be faster, just to do execute at like a higher speed. I don't want to wake up at, 50, 60, look back and be like, oh yeah, like that was cool, but I could have done it in half the time, right? So just because I was being neutral and slow. So yeah, I just that's something I've been thinking a lot about is this illusion of neutrality. It shows up in fitness. It shows up in if you're like me and you're like goal oriented, it shows up in that you think that by doing nothing, it's just like this neutral thing. When I would argue that by doing nothing, you're going in a direction that's further away from where you want to go. You're not like staying still. You're never staying still. Like life is this, it's almost like a car with no brakes, but you get a steering wheel. So you can like go this way. You can kind of shift the direction you're going, but you can't pause. You can't make it stop. There's no such thing as neutrality. You're always moving in some direction. You're either getting more fit or less fit. You're either getting, like you're always moving in a certain direction. And yeah, you can steer that direction, but you can't create this existence of neutrality. It's an illusion. It doesn't exist. It just makes you feel safe. It makes you feel like, yeah, safe, really. But you're moving in a direction and you're probably just ignoring it and choosing not to see it. So whatever that looks like for you, um, hopefully you take some time to reflect on that and don't fall into the trap of believing that you can exist in neutrality because you don't want to wake up, a year, 10 years, 20 years from now and like regret having chosen to play the game that way. I don't want to do that. So, and I wish the same for you too.